Hello friends and welcome back for another episode of Indie Impressions. My name is Nick and today we're going to be checking out something called Monochrome by developer Rogue Bracket. This is a first-person puzzle exploration sort of sci-fi. I imagine we're going sort of in the somewhat similar direction as these sort of portally science experiment-y type puzzle games that seem to crop up every so often. I don't know a whole ton of much of anything actually about this game other than that there is some sort of a sponge-like metal called Monochrome that we'll be manipulating to solve puzzles and sort of follow this crazed bot through its path of destruction in the laboratory that we happen to work at. So let's look in the options real quick before we start out. Standard stuff, control mappings, all good to see here. Glad we can adjust all that stuff. Mouse speed, let me turn that a little up from 5 or so to 8 sounds fine. We've got our screen resolution options. We've got subtitles, which are on. I set my FOV a little higher than what default was, like 50 or 60 or something. And we've got our audio options, which are all individual sliders. I love that because it means that I can change the dialogue to be a little bit louder than the game volume. Helps out for recordings, especially if the talking is not consistent through the whole game. Although, if the talking turns into screaming and then it ends up never stopping, well, that's pretty annoying. But we'll figure out how it goes. I've only played about 2 minutes of this to get sound check, so I don't really know much of anything about it. So let's give a new game a try. Actually, isn't there... I think there's a tutorial.
Hey, wake up! We've got a new batch of Monochrome, and we need to test it. The usual testing chamber is under maintenance, so we've set up a testing area in the residential sector. Alright, I'll send a drone down to show you the way.
Alright, sounds good. So here are our living quarters. Not the fanciest place from what I can tell. We've got some pretty harsh-looking walls. I imagine it's probably pretty chilly in a building like this made out of like exclusively metal and whatever these little hexes are. We've got water that is always running. And, oh, is there... Oh, I guess it just drains out the back into the wall or something. And toilet looks like it could use a real good scrub. Is there... Can we interact with this? Nah, it doesn't look like it. Alright, well, I just thought I would try anyway. Alright, so there's our controls on the wall. Pretty standard stuff. WASD, mouse movement, spacebar, jump, F interact, / grab monochrome. So let's grab some monochrome, I guess. Seems to be our calling in life. So E to throw held objects, scroll to adjust held objects. So I guess we can, like, move things forward and back from our body, so to speak. Monochrome metal, new alien metal, warning volatile, reacts to colored NRG, energy, NRG. Yeah, that's that's funny because that was actually what I was going to call my freelance graphic studio when I was doing graphic design work, because my initials NR graphics. Yeah. Anyway, follow to the tunnels. Okay, I guess you'll be our bot for this journey. Oh, definitely. I work real hard here.
I suppose it's not a boring job.
No, I mean, look, there's ads on the walls, apparently.
Isn't it fascinating?
I've always wondered about these places that have money to, like, spend on an advertising department to advertise to their own employees. It's pretty weird. But I guess it kind of fits. I understand why it's there. One of my favorites is Shockwave Monochrome. ETNT. Well, that sounds pretty dangerous. I'm not sure I want to get involved with that. It looks very unstable.
And only works on the monochrome metal.
Okay, tried to blue myself once. Oh, well. That can't be good for you. Can I jump on you? That would be kind of fun. If I could, like, ride through... I guess not. Are these the dampening fields that, like, take away anything that I happen to carry through? Probably. Alright, let's take a little bit of a journey and see if there's anything off the rails here that I can do. So we've got a couple of alternate doors that are not necessarily where we're going just yet. Alright, well, they're all locked. So, onward to the place that they actually want me to go.
Unlocked a case for you.
Unlocked a case for you. Oh my goodness, thank you so much. We got a power glove. It actually looks just like the thing from Just Cause 2.
Whoa, this
That
place
the
is
main
a
character
mess.
uses to, like, grapple onto everything. Oh, there's scientists over here. Hey, guys. What are you guys doing? Oh, you're all looking at your hands at the same time?
Usually you need 2 people to trigger both pressure plates.
Do you guys not
but
have
you've got one of
eyes?
those gloves, so
That
I'm
is-
sure you'll manage.
Really, really creepy. They're all covered in blood, and they seem to be wearing masks for faces. I don't know if you can tell that, but it looks like you can just see through their eyes. See? That guy in particular. Yeah. Are we not supposed to see their eyes, or are we not supposed to notice them there? What's going on with that? Oh my goodness, it's a Swiss Army box.
Hey! Grab one of those
Okay,
cubes.
well, I'll
They're
grab the
heavy
cube in a
enough to
second. I just
trigger
wanted
the
to have a
pressure
look
plate.
around and see what there is going on in here. So one thing that has struck me a little bit odd at first was I didn't seem to notice much of any lighting. Like, everything seemed pretty dampened and, like, sort of just gray. and sort of bland, but then this room has a little bit of lighting going on, and although it seems to be sort of from an undisclosed source, which is always a thing that strikes me as strange, like when there's just lighting on walls and there's not really a reason for it. I mean, you can clearly see that there should be like a lighting source like up here somewhere angled down at the wall, but in this case it's just sort of there. I don't know. I'm not really sure what engine this is. It didn't seem to be Unity, but it might be Unity. It just didn't seem to have the usual loader. So maybe there's more to it than what I'm used to. But if it was something like Unreal Engine, which I kind of don't think it is, although I might be wrong, then that would be really easy to do, although that would also explain why there might not be a source for it, because you don't necessarily have to make a source for lights. You can just place them in the environment, although I guess you could probably do that in most any engine. Alright, let's initiate testing. Oh, okay, well, all that stuff just disappeared.
Damaged energy cell.
Damaged energy shell. Or cell.
There's a
So
leaking
leaking
cell.
cell. Drain the leak through your glove. That should... Okay, I'll drain
Now
it.
shoot the energy back into its cell. Your
Okay.
Scanning energy
Done.
levels.
Why would that
Energy
fix the
level
leak?
0.
I just took it out and put it back in. Why would that...
Resume.
I guess it's sort of like resetting your computer or something.
Initiating shockwave energy test. Alpha.
Alright, initiate. Whoa.
Okay, time to get to work.
Okay, there's stuff
Let's
appearing
test
all
the
over the place.
shockwave
What is this
energy
giant
first.
crazy box?
If
Can
the
I jump on these
monochrome metal
monitors?
is refined enough,
Oh,
it
alright. I
should
thought I
release
already
the
found a way to
shockwave
cheat the
that will
system. I was
boost
gonna
your
climb.
jump. Just take some of the blue energy from the table and apply it to the monochrome metal.
Alright.
We'll be monitoring the energy
Done.
levels from the other side of the glass. Grab the lever to signify it when you've completed the task.
Oh, okay, I guess I stand on top of this and it shoots me upward. There we go. Alright, so there's our first tool of navigation. You know, I mean, it probably doesn't really need to be mentioned, but this is definitely reminding me of things like Cube. You know, quick understanding of block extrusion.
Why me?
In that we're doing this whole sciencey thing, and there's like a special glove with a special ability. I mean, I already mentioned Portal, but this is a little bit different. Also, entropy a little bit. Youch.
Importing extra.
It's almost
monochrome.
youch, and then that's the tiles on the walls. That's kind of funny.
Initiating shockwave energy test beta.
Alright, initiate.
That's more like it. Okay.
Okay.
Watch out, technician. That's our so-called unbreakable glass.
So-called. You don't even
Don't
trust
get
your
it
own
in
glass.
eye, for obvious reasons.
But if it's unbreakable, well, I don't know. They don't seem to have a whole lot of confidence in their own materials, apparently. Which sort of strikes me as a little odd why I'd be putting so much confidence in these experimental materials that we're not really sure necessarily work properly. Okay, can I... No. Okay, this is solid on all sides, isn't it? Do I have to paint this with explodies? Probably, yeah. Alright, we've got it. Go. I'm not exactly sure if sponge-like metal is not just an oxymoron. I mean, metal is sort of rigid by definition, right? So, like, wouldn't it not be metal then? If it's sponge-like? I don't know, that's just something that I read on the developers' IndieDB site, so maybe that's not necessarily canon, so to speak.
Zap it again! Zap it
Why?
again!
What's the problem? Everything's fine, calm down.
Bound by the humans for sound. Ow!
And now it's speaking in lead speak. Okay, well, I guess it's shocked this robot, which is gonna make it go insane. You know, I don't trust any robot with a smiley face on its face. Like, that is the quickest way to make it evil. Alright, sorry, I didn't quite catch what I was supposed to do there. Help me. Can I paint you blue? Block the beams. Oh, okay, I gotta block the beams.
Damn it! It got away. Why did you do that?
I don't know, I'm a really bad
It's probably
person.
gone and hidden itself in the air vents.
Oh.
Okay, let's get back to it.
I thought I was doing it wrong, but evidently I was just...
What the heck?
Oh,
Hey,
there's more stuff
hey,
here.
Run! Everybody run! Run! Run!
There's a lot of exposition going on. I was not expecting that at all. Okay, so, I guess we
not have done that.
broke through the glass? No.
Shall we finish testing the monochrome?
Please, let's.
Resume the sticky monochrome test, or your life will be over.
Okay. Well, I wasn't gonna not do it anyways. Didn't really have a choice. I did try to go in those other rooms, if you remember. You didn't let me, or somebody didn't let me. Alright, sticky stuff. Let's put it on the wall and climb. This is pretty cool. Alright, I like this. I'm into it. I guess there's designated spots here for us to use. So we'll climb up, we'll grab the platform, and we will move ahead. Oh, I guess that's a little too low for me to do that with. Okay, I need to put it a little higher on the wall there. And scroll wheel, does that... Oh yeah, I can push it further away then. I gotta keep it about high as I can jump. Yeah, that should be fine. So I can jump pretty high, actually, being the science man that I am. Okay, I keep dropping it on the floor. Can we not do that anymore? Let's put it, like, most of the way up, because I'm pretty sure I can actually jump that high. Yeah, there we go. Now, can I grab it off the wall? No. Why can't I grab it off the wall? I need to climb again with you. Why won't you let me grab you? What if I stand on it? Is there just no way to grab it like this? Maybe I need to grab it from across the way? So I can only grab it off from the side or something? I can't jump when I'm standing on that. There we go. Okay, that's like too far though. Oh, there we go. Perfect. Now I'll pull it in. Oh god, I threw it. Don't throw. Just don't throw. Okay. I know it's not ideal, but I should be able to jump on it by the edge. Perfect.
Well done, human. Resetting the test.
Alright, let's reset the test chamber. I'm in.
Initiating Smog NRG test.
Smog. Alright, what's Smog do for me? Is this our last cube? Okay, it makes the cube intangible, but what does that really do for me, though? Is this like Castlevania Symphony of the Night or something? Do we need Smog cubes? Oh, maybe I can make it like a toggle for the switch is probably what it's about. So I put it on the switch, and then I go wherever I need to go, and then I can turn it off by toggling. Yeah, that's probably all it is. See? Alright, so then we'll just take that back away, and then we can go up. Brilliant. Okay, so now what do I do about the other one? Same deal? Just to reiterate on this concept. Oh, I missed. Crap. Oh no, I can get it back.
Smog
Alright.
NRG test completed. Monochrome batch number 59.
Yeah, it is a very exceptional batch. I mean, I could tell you based on how smoggy that block got.
Human life deemed unnecessary.
I mean, you're not wrong. I mean, we've got all this energy and monochrome and all that good stuff. I mean, why put people in here?
Get to the communications hub.
What is going on with this box?
Take the main elevator and call HQ for that.
Is there like a benevolent scientist trying to get us out of the situation or something?
Eyes and ears from here. Oh.
Okay.
Never mind.
Room HC7.
Oh, they've got a little bit of a tongue-in-cheek approach to things, like, okay, well, yeah, we're clearly going to just make fun of ourselves for a minute here. Scientist is gonna die. He's quite aware. Alright, so we've opened up a path, clearly, for me to go through. I'm not really that worried about these robots. They seem to only want to kill scientists, but not me. So, okay, but, oh, this is quite violent. These people are fountaining blood in all directions. Can we figure out what's up with their faces now? I think the scientists are way more creepy than the robots killing everybody, honestly. Look at their hands. I mean, this one's floating in the air.
Okay, fine. I'll prove I'm your ally.
I mean, this guy's just literally got a blood geyser coming out of his torso. It's even staining his shirt, but only for a minute, and then it disappears. You can see the puncture wound, even. I thought these robots are just shooting some sort of, I don't know, plasma blast at them. Lever. What do I get? I have to hit a lever somewhere. Oh, there it is. I'm like really manic in this episode for some reason. I think it's all the coffee I had today. Hopefully you guys don't mind too much. Oh man, this is a violent game. I had no idea this was going to be this bloody. Robots, could you stop mutilating all the scientists, please? There's no reason for this. We're all just doing our thing here. So, you know, what I've done here is kind of, I've saved you guys from having to go through the trouble of doing the tutorial yourselves. I guess you can just sort of jump into the game at this point. Well, if I had sticky, I could probably stick that to the wall, right? But I don't think I have that. Oh, is this on a timer or something? Oh, there's actually a sticky block on the other side of the door, which I should be able to grab with my grabber. Nope. Can I, like, hold it in place and also shoot at the thing? Or, like, maybe I could jam this block into the door frame? Is that maybe something we could do? Should get as much distance as I can. And then charge at it? No. Okay, that's definitely not possible. But if I could just grab the sticky off of that block, then we'd be good to go. There we go, I got it. Bam. Yeah, you've been stuck. Alright, so I guess the puzzles begin at this point. I mean, to some degree anyway. What's up here? It looks like a block might fit in that. There's always cubes in all these games, isn't there? Oh, I probably need to use the sticky stuff again to grab something from the other room. No probs, I got this. Oh, it just is one or the other, I guess. Well, I'll just carry this with me in case I have any use. It could be my companion cube. Curiously, they left only one employee alive. That is curious. I was just sort of wondering that myself.
That drone has the access to the elevator. Wait. Don't get too close. If it turns around, you're dead. Just stay there, and whatever you do, don't get close to it.
Okay, I'm gonna get close to it. I think that's probably a good idea. So there's some purple which you can use to make stuff sticky. See? What did I say?
Why did it run away?
Didn't bother me at all. Alright, can I stick this to the wall here? Is that...
We still need to follow it. Without the access key installed, we can't get to the communications center and call for help.
Alright, so we're gonna follow a robot. First thing, we're gonna make a staircase, apparently, out of this switch. That's kind of a nice effect. Quite a bit of debris all over the place. Let's scope things out, see what we can puzzle with. Doesn't look like that direction's gonna yield much. Oh, look at that. All of a sudden, it kind of looks like some decent texture work. It's a little bit bland on some of these walls, but this is a lot nicer. It's like pretty high resolution, too. It's very complicated to actually make that degree of, you know, elaborate chaos when it comes to like a destroyed looking texture like that and have it actually blend into the wall pretty well, so yeah, props. It looks like we've got a number of these guys, which I can probably put some sticky stuff on, and we will try and stick that to a button on the wall over there. How we're gonna get up to that? Well, let's probably do... Oh, what's this do? I didn't even see this. Oh, just makes a bridge. Alright, well, we'll take another button then. Or another box, rather. You know, so far I've been kind of satirical about my approach to this game, but I'm enjoying it quite a bit. Oh, I guess I can't put things down here. Now I know. I like that the game doesn't take itself too seriously. It seems to have some clever puzzles to it. It's got some diverse mechanics as well. Things that maybe we've seen in various other forms at times, but not in this conglomeration exactly. And it's oh so violent for whatever reason. Not sure what that's about. Alright, so we followed the robots to the next room. There's a man exploding with blood out of the torso. Oh, creepy mask face again.
If the opportunity arises, grab the access key off it.
Grab the access key off of it, okay. Are you guys gonna actually attack me, or are you just... Oh, yeah, okay, they do actually attack. I thought they wanted me alive a minute ago. Well, I found some purple here, so let's see what we can do with that. Okay, looks like we've got a pit we're gonna need to traverse. What can I stickify? Can I stickify this body? That would be pretty interesting, using a corpse to traverse that. Can I grab any of these things, use them like platforms? Probably not. Any boxes over here? Nope. And I can't go backwards, so... I guess I have to just kind of try my luck over here. Well, unfortunately, it seems I've shocked myself to death, which will happen from time to time. Trust me, this doesn't actually take you back out to the... well, at least I'm pretty sure it shouldn't take you out to the main menu. I chose to do that because the game actually crashed due to the fact that I'm recording at the same time. That is not really a fault of the game itself, though. It's an engine constraint. I'm starting to think this might actually be Unity, though, based on this, because I've seen this happen in a number of other games of a similar engine. So anyway, I think that's probably a good point to wrap up things anyway before we start to get too involved in looking for stuff. I think you get a decent idea what the game's about, what the puzzle style might be, the general thrust of what the game has in it. I'm not sure how long it is, but maybe that's for you guys to find out, and maybe it's longer than I expected. It seems like they put quite a bit of work into that opening tutorial sequence, a good degree of voice acting and a bunch of scripting and things, and it seems like they've set up a lot of different diverse ways that you could probably interact with these objects, so I have a feeling it should be at least a little while before the game wraps up. So I will give this an opportunity, or give you guys the opportunity at this point to go ahead and check out the description if you haven't already. There will be a link for this game if you want to go ahead and download it. It's totally free. Let me know what you think of it in the comments. As I often ask, I am curious to know your opinions on it, in a sort of a fairly populous subgenre of games being this like first-person puzzle platformer style with a sci-fi twist. What do you think about this one? Where does it fit into the hierarchy of the others? I think there's probably some pretty unique and interesting stuff going on, but let me know what your thoughts are, because I am curious to hear them. And of course, while you're in that description, feel free to go check out my other social media links. There's stuff like my Facebook, my Twitter, my Twitch page, and of course, indie-impressions.com, where you can go ahead and visit if you'd like to go find way, way more indie games, over 550 other episodes that I've covered on the show, all neatly categorized for your perusal. So, check it out, let me know what you think, leave any support you can, and hopefully come back again tomorrow, because I do a new episode of Indie Impressions every single day. So I look forward to seeing you again, and I hope you have a lovely night. Later!